Welcome and good evening. As President of the Delsea Regional High School Board of Education, I hereby certify all provisions of the Open Public Meeting Law, PL 1975, Chapter 231 have been met. Notice of this meeting has been mailed to the South Jersey Times, Sentinel, and the Daily Journal, as well as municipal clerks of Frank and Elk Township. Pledge allegiance, Mr. Rowland.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Mrs. Beck.
Here.
Mr. Borelli. Here. Mr. Lightfoot.
Here.
Mr. Woody's absent. Mr. Nadia.
Yes.
Mrs. Gaglione.
Here.
India. Here. And myself. Presentations.
So I'm going to call Mrs. Catucci up. I remember, and I'm pretty sure Mr. Borelli remembers, the day that Mr. Long brought her into the office to tell us that Kathy would be running for the board, and that it seems like it was not that long ago, but it was over 17 years ago.
Was it over 17?
Yeah, it was a really long time. And Kathy has served on this board just as a model boardsman, serving as president, as vice president, as negotiator, in so many different capacities. And I don't think you or any of you really realize the impact that you have on the community of Delsea and on the students here. So on behalf of all of us, I want to thank you for 17 wonderful years. We wish you nothing but success and rest and peace moving forward. No more board meetings to get you upset. But Kathy, thank you for everything you've done for the students of Delsea. You've actually made a lifelong impact on many of our students.
Wonderful.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. I really did appreciate the opportunity.
Speech.
I really appreciate having had the opportunity. And Delsea really meant a lot to me because both of my children came through Delsea. And when my child sat in college and said to me, "Mom, the other kids don't know how to study as well as what Delsea taught me." It's just tremendous to have been a part of this and been able to serve the community and make a difference. So,
Thanks, Kathy.
Thank you, guys.
you didn't get my toes ready.
So now we have Christine Doherty and Abby Jones. They went on, if you follow Christine and Abby on Facebook, you would know exactly where they went this summer in a very theatrical manner. Christine does, daily updates, and so Mr. Borelli had mentioned, when we send our teachers sometimes some of these really big things, it'd be nice to have them come back and talk about what they picked up, what they learned, what they did. So this is one of the more exciting things that our teachers, every once in a while, get said.
Is it okay if we stand over there?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, first we want to thank you very much for inviting us here to tell you about our wonderful professional development experience in the theater capital of the world. I'm Christine Doherty, Gatto Doherty, and I am the theater teacher here, and I'm the drama club advisor. Under the drama club, we also have the Thespian Honor Society. We're a member of CAPIs. I'm on the steering committee of CAPIs, and we also, we both are stage managers for the auditorium.
And my name is Abby Jones, and I am a special education teacher here. I work with the SAFE program at the high school. I'm also the choreographer for the musical, and like Christine said, we co-manage the auditorium together, and among many other hats. So, like Christine said, thank you again for inviting us to come in to share with you about what we learned. So we attended the Broadway Teachers Workshop a few weeks ago, and it's held in New York City, which is the theater capital of the world. And it's just packed with workshops and Broadway performances, intimate conversations, networking, and talkbacks from Broadway stars. So we'll get a little bit more into that. But first, we thought it'd be more fun to watch a little video rather than listen to us babble.
These are some of the presenters and some of the workshops.
make you watch the whole thing, we'll stop there.
Maybe you can make that.
It gives you a little snapshot of like the excitement that the workshop really is. And actually, you probably didn't notice, but there was a former Delsea student in that video who is now a theater teacher in another district who also attends the workshop.
He's one of my first students.
Christine was mad she didn't make the video.
Yeah, I'm like, why am I playing this? I've been going longer than him. Anyway,
And believe it or not, she volunteers to participate in every workshop. If you push
like stand up, people become my partner because they don't want to stand up and they don't want to. So what is this Broadway workshop? It is the Broadway Teachers Workshop. It's an annual conference designed to inspire teachers, directors, choreographers with new teaching methods, enhance production skills, and exchange ideas with peers and professional Broadway artists behind the scenes and on Broadway in New York. The behind the scenes thing is just outstanding, something that I had not experienced before. Over 3 days, we see 4 shows, and there's 18 workshops, and Abby and I maximize that, and we don't go to the same workshops. So she goes, so we have to decide this way in advance, and we decide which workshops we're gonna go to, and we separate, and then we come together, we take copious notes, and we share all our information. And there's peer networking that is, I will talk about later, that's amazing. All participants receive 30 hours of professional development and have the option to get 3 graduate courses, level courses for this program. And these are some of the workshops, a unique blend of inspirational, creatively replenishing methodologies and best practices from Broadway and schools like Juilliard and NYU, amazing programs. And they enhance the classroom learning. These are just, take a moment to look at some of the workshops that we could attend. And there's always more, those little conversations. Okay.
So since there's so many workshops, we decided to just pick 3 of our favorites that we each attended and kind of dissect it a little bit more so you can understand it. So these are my 3 favorites. So one of them would be special education in theater, being as a special education teacher and also working with the theater program and also the auditorium. I thought it was so impactful. It talks about emotions and confidence, how to utilize theater in your special education programs and classrooms to get students to be able to become better at public speaking, to help them with their sensory, like utilizing puppetry for their stimming. So I thought it was really interesting because that's just something as a special education teacher and someone who has attended a lot of special education workshops that's not talked about and how to incorporate theater. Another one of my favorites was diversity on stage and in the classrooms. It was a huge workshop discussing why inclusion, diversity, equity, and accessibility, like IDEA, is imperative in theater, and how much these conversations are happening right now, not only in Broadway, but they're trickling down to our schools and how our schools can make a difference with their performances. And I'm on the Equity Council here in the district, so I thought that was really neat, just hearing all these different sides of this. And my last favorite one was lighting design and programming. So as one of the co-managers for the auditorium, Christine and I are responsible for any event that goes on in the auditorium we have to put on. And I don't have a lighting background, but we have to miraculously put on lights and sound and make our auditorium look amazing. So it's kind of neat to learn how to utilize what you have in your space to make it look great, and how to light certain people's lighting, like elementary choir concerts compared to when we just had a JRTC event. So I thought that was really neat. So for me, it was great because not only did it impact the special ed classroom, but also some of my extracurriculars as well.
And my favorites were theater, and it was hard to choose just 3. But theater in our schools, creating safe spaces for our students through theater, developing plays that focus on the current mental health issues. Usually whatever's relevant in society at the time, they really focus on these workshops. And using the arts to promote positive change in the community. Also creative lesson planning in the arts classroom, specific units for theater classroom, and improvisation and student-centered learning stations, which we normally would focus on one area. Today we're improvising, but now we can break that up so students, small clusters, can go to the improv corner, or they can go to the cold reading corner, or they can go to the musical theater corner. Also networking, I have to say this is one of my favorite things. Collaborating with teachers from around the world. I am an island here. I am the only theater teacher This is my 26th year here at Delsea, my 30th year in education, and I'm the only theater teacher here. So there are local people, and several of them are my former students, and that's wonderful, and I collaborate with them. But then when you hear what they do in Australia, or even New York City, or Florida. Florida has a huge theater, football and theater is pretty much what happens in Florida. But to see that, and to hear that, and the testing they give, and, and all of the modifications they make, it's really enlightening. And we also are now on a data portal where we can contact these people from all over the world all year long. We can access their information, we can email the professors and the Broadway workshop presenters, and building these relationships is invaluable. So if I have a question about a musical we're doing, or a tough issue we're discussing in class, which I've had a few in the past, I can message people from all over the world and get their opinion. So that's invaluable, and my students get so excited about it.
So just some final thoughts. We put some pictures up here. Hopefully you were familiar with some of the pictures that we had. Harvey Firestein, Judy Rivera. So there's really neat people that we learned from. I would just say personally, thank you so much for allowing us to go and attend this workshop. Like I mentioned before, it is just so great how much theater is involved in the special education classroom. My SAFE students have theater with Christine, so we do a lot of collaboration throughout the year, and also being involved in the theater program and also the auditorium. It's really been so great to have this experience to bring back to our community and district.
I'm also very thankful and grateful because I was our students. I was that hyper energetic, live or die for the play theater kid. And if one of my teachers came back from New York City and said they met Leah Michelle or Harvey Firestein or the guys who wrote Dear Evan Hansen or Ben Platt, all of these people, and went backstage, that has been invaluable because it has opened my eyes to many careers there are in the theater, which for every one performer, there are 20 people behind the scenes making that happen. And I have a student right now going to Rowan. She got a scholarship to go to Rowan to be a stage manager. She was a stage manager here for us. I was afraid of letting a student do that, call the show, call the cues. I've never done it before. After going to these workshops and talking to these other professionals, some are directors, some are teachers, some are both. Talking to them and hearing, let the kids do it. It's their show. I had the courage to do it, and now she wants to be a stage manager. So this is so exciting, and the kids want to know, how are the shows? Well, tell us about the workshops. They're just as excited as we are. And I thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to attend these workshops, because it's invaluable for me as a teacher, for our students, and for the district. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I think the final product that these ladies put on every year speaks for itself. Those of you who've been to the plays, especially their Disney plays, are just ridiculously spectacular. And every little piece of it, the choreography, every little line, it's so much wit, and they're awesome experiences. So
we won this year. Southern New Jersey Cappies, we won Best Show, among other things, which is the one you want to win. We won many every year. We won the first year, and then COVID, and then we won this year. So that was exciting. And Dr. Fitzpatrick was there supporting us. We really appreciate it. And we had students who received scholarships from that program. So that's something I really wouldn't know about if I didn't go to these workshops. So in the late age of my career, I'm still adding on Thespian Honor Society and Cappies and these programs, and going to New York City allows me and rejuvenates me and allows me to be a better teacher for our students. And I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Any questions for the ladies? Great.
Well done.
Yes, well done.
Chrissy, you still curbing your enthusiasm?
I'm so excited. Please. I actually met one of my college professors out for dinner the other day, and he's like, "You've really calmed down." And I'm like, "Oh."
Can you imagine? You're describing yourself as a child, super energetic. I'm thinking, it's still in there. I've only been
Because when you love what you do, how can you not be excited about it?
It only comes out once in a while.
That's just what it was. Thank you very much. We appreciate the opportunity.
Good job, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have the, we did that in committee, so
Okay.
that's not.
Okay. All right. Reading, motion for the reading of minutes, please.
So moved. Second.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it. Communications?
I didn't put it on the agenda, but Mr. Petrillo and I received an anonymous letter complaining about playing time for girls soccer. So we just talked to Mr. Sciola. There were a couple things, we don't usually address any sports kind of complaints. Our coaches, we let them coach their team the way they see fit. There were a couple other little questions that we looked into and we're very comfortable with it, so we're good. Fran, you want to add anything to that?
Now, we talked to the coaches, we explored what the letter brought forward. That we can't follow up because the letter is anonymous, but we were very comfortable with what the coaches explained to us as far as why things happened and exactly where they are. So we'll continue to keep an eye on them like we do anybody else, but we were very comfortable with their explanation.
Thank you, Mr. C.
Citizens, any citizens like to be heard? Step on to the board, please. All right, okay, committees, Mr. Borelli.
Thank you, Mr. President. I make a motion to approve the following teaching staff hires for the 23-24 school year as listed.
Second. Second, any questions on the motion? Roll call vote, Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Mr. Malia?
Yes.
Mrs. Gagnon?
Yes.
Mr. Amelia? Yes. Chair votes yes.
I make a motion to approve the following non-teaching staff hires for the 22-23 and the 23-24 as listed.
Second. Second, any questions on this motion? Roll call vote, Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Mr. Malia?
Yes.
Mrs. Gagnon?
Yes.
Mr. Amelia? Yes. Chair votes yes.
I make a motion to approve the following resignation as listed.
Second. Second, any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Abstentions? Opposed? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve the credit completion monitors for the 22-23 school year. Should that be 23 or 24?
No, it should be.
No, 22, okay. So I'll repeat, I make a motion to approve the following credit completion monitors for the 22-23 school year as a previously approved rate as listed. Second.
We have a second on this motion. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve the 2023 Schedule B positions as at a previously approved rate as listed.
Second. We have a second on this motion. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
Make a motion to approve the following curriculum development assignments at the previously approved rate as listed. Second.
We have a second on this motion. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
Make a motion to approve the following alternative school and bookbinder staff for the 23-24 school year at a previously approved rate as listed. Second.
We have a second on this motion. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
Make a motion to approve the following PLC leaders to receive a $500 stipend for the 23-24 school year as listed. Second.
We have a second on this motion. Any questions on this motion? Roll call vote. Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Mr. Malia?
Yes.
Mrs. Gagnon?
Yes.
Mr. Minio? Yes. Chair votes yes.
I make a motion to approve the following staff member to attend the middle school teaming institute at a previously approved rate as listed. Second.
We have a second on this motion. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve the following staff to attend 3 days of foundations training and trainer sessions at a previously approved rate paid through the school climate grant funds. Second.
We have a second. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
Make a motion to approve the following staff as middle school monitors at a previously approved rate for the 23-24 school year as listed. Second.
We have a second. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
Make a motion to approve the following 23-24 Schedule B non-athletic position as listed.
We have a second on this motion. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve Amanda Lawless for a 7-period stipend in the amount of $5,000 for the 23-24 school year.
We have a second on this motion. Any questions on this motion? Roll call vote. Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Morelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Mr. Matia?
Yes.
Mr. Gagliano? Mr. Arminio?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
I make a motion to approve the following staff for 2023 summer school from July 3rd through August 10th, 2023, at a previously approved rate as listed.
Second.
We have a second. Any questions on this motion? All in favor? Abstentions? Opposed? Ayes have it.
Make a motion to approve Patrick Doherty to work 5 days during the 23 summer for teachers' preparation regarding the horticultural program at a rate of $110 per day.
Second.
We have a second. Any questions on this motion? Roll call vote. Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Morelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Mr. Matia?
Yes.
Mr. Gagliano? Mr. Arminio? Chair votes yes.
Make a motion to approve Daniel Cardona to receive a stipend for attending threat assessment professional development on June 28th at a previously approved rate.
Second.
Any questions on this motion? Roll call vote. Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Morelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Mr. Matia?
Yes.
Mr. Gagliano?
Yes.
Mr. Arminio?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Make a motion to approve Eileen Fisher to attend a JRTC summer camp from June 24th through June 28th, 2023, as a chaperone at a rate of $200 per day.
Second.
We have a second. Any questions on this motion? Roll call vote. Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Morelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Mr. D'Amelio?
Yes.
Matia?
Yes.
Mrs. Gagliano? Mr. Arminio?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Make a motion to approve the following change in degree status as listed.
Second.
We have a second on this motion. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
That concludes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you. Mr. Arminio?
Make a motion to approve the board secretary report in accordance with 18A 17-36 and 18A 17-9 for the month of May and June draft 2023. Board secretary certifies that no one line item account has been overexpended in violation of NJAC 6A 23A-1610C. 3, and that sufficient funds are available to meet the district's financials and obligations for the remainder of the fiscal year.
Second.
We have a second. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
Make a motion to approve the treasurer's report in accordance with 18A 17-36, 18A 17-9 for the month of May and June draft 2023. Treasurer report and secretary's report are in agreement for the month of May and June draft 2023.
Second.
We have a second. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
Make a motion to approve in accordance with NJAC 6A 23A-1610C2 certification of the board secretary that there are no changes in anticipated revenue amounts or revenue sources.
Second.
We have a second. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
Make a motion to approve the Board of Education certification pursuant to NJAC 6A 23A-1610C4. We certify that after review of the Secretary's monthly financial report and upon consultation with the appropriate district officials, that to the best of our knowledge, no major accounts or funds have been expended in violation of NJAC 6A 23A-1610B, and that sufficient funds are available to meet the district's financial obligations for the remainder of the fiscal year.
Second.
We have a second. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
Make a motion to approve the report of transfers for May and June draft 2023.
Second.
I have a second. Any questions on this motion? Roll call vote. Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Morelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Mr. Matia?
Yeah.
Mrs. Gagliano?
Yes.
Mr. Arminio?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Make a motion to approve the following preliminary bills as listed.
Second.
Any questions on this motion? Roll call vote. Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Morelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Nadia? Mrs.
Yes.
Taglioni? Mrs. Carmenio?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Thank you. Anybody want to take the duties?
I'll do it. I make a motion to approve the following clinic workshops as listed.
Second.
You have a second, any questions on this motion? Roll call vote, Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Morelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Mr. Nadia?
Yes.
Mr. Gaggy? Mrs.
Yes.
Taglioni?
Yes.
Mr. Carmenio?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
I make a motion to approve the following Brookdale Community College student for clinical practice placement as listed.
Second.
You have a second on this motion? Any questions on this motion? Roll call vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve the following Rowan University students for clinical and field placement as listed.
Second.
You have a second on this motion, any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve the following 2023 to 2024 Rowan team member proposals to support climate grant work.
Second.
You have a second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve the following graduate coursework as listed.
Second.
You have a second, any questions on this motion? Roll call vote, Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Morelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Mr. Matteo?
Yes.
Mr. Taglioni?
Yes.
Carmenio?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
I make a motion to approve the presentation of the 2023 NJGPA result.
Second.
Yes. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve the 2023-2024 district mentoring plan.
Second.
Have a second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve the 2023-2024 district professional development plan.
Second.
Have a second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve the strong plus teacher evaluation system for the 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Have a second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve the NJ principal evaluation system for the 2023-2024 school year.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve the shared service agreement with Elk Township Municipality for the law enforcement instructional services.
Have a second on this, any questions on this? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve Ash Price as the grant data manager specialist at a rate of $50 per hour, not to exceed 10 hours per week, from July 1st through September 30th, 2023, paid forward with the school climate transformation grant fund.
Second.
Second on this, any questions on motion? Roll call vote, Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Morelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Mr. Matteo?
Yes.
Mrs. Gaglione?
Yes.
Mr. Carmenio?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
I make a motion to approve the submission of the 2023-2024 IDEA grant application.
Second.
A second on this, any questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it. Thank you. Policy, anybody want to take that?
I make a motion to approve on first reading, following policies or regulations as listed.
Second.
Have a second on this, any questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it. Thank you. Athletics, Mr. Lightfoot.
I make a motion to approve the following positions for the 2023-2024 school year, as listed.
Okay. We have a second on this motion, any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
Make a motion to approve the following facility request as listed.
Second.
We have a second on this motion, any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve the following cafeteria report for May 2023.
Second.
We have a second on this motion, any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve the following cafeteria report for June 2023.
Second.
Second, any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, ayes have it.
I make a motion to approve the NutriServe food management contract for the 2023-2024 school year in the amount of $56,000.
Second.
Second, any questions on this motion? Roll call vote. Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Morelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Mr. Nadia?
Yes.
Mrs. Gagnon?
Yes.
Mr. Arminio?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
I make a motion to approve the lunch breakfast prices for the 2023-2024 school year as listed.
See.
Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, ayes have it. Thank you.
I make a motion to approve the following 2023-2024 summer transportation vouchers as listed.
Second.
We have a second on this motion. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, ayes have it.
Recommend the board approve the following special education tuition student placements as listed.
So moved.
Any
Second.
questions on this motion? Roll call vote. Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Morelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Mr. Nadia?
Yes.
Mrs. Gagnon?
Yes.
Mr. Arminio?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Recommend the board approve the following field trips in accordance with our fee schedule and educational certificates as listed.
So moved.
Second.
The second on this motion. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
Recommend the board approve the 2023-24 Delsea Emergency Virtual or Remote Instruction Plan.
So moved.
Second.
We have a second. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
Recommend the board approve the acceptance of the School Regionalization Efficiency Program grant in the amount of $100,000 to be used exclusively for the purpose of evaluating the Delsea Regional School District Consolidation Study.
So moved.
Second.
We have a second on this motion. Any questions on this motion? Roll call vote. Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Mr. Morelli?
Yes.
Mr. Lightfoot?
Yes.
Mr. Nadia?
Yes.
Mrs. Gagnon?
Yes.
Mr. Arminio?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Recommend the board approve the June 2023 high school municipal bid report as presented last month.
So moved.
We have a second on this motion. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
And just reports are there for your perusal.
Anything, Mr. Morelli?
No, I really don't have any break this time.
Powell?
Recommend the board approve the interlocal service agreement with Franklin Township for the school resource officers.
So moved.
Second.
We have a second on this motion. Any questions on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it.
Concludes my report.
Okay, thank you. Any old business? New business?
Yeah, I don't know if it's old or new, but the information that's been shared with Newfield and Pittsgrove, can we find out when the next, do we know when the next meeting is?
August, I have it on our calendars. 14, August 14.
Are we planning on attending, or
Yes.
can any of us attend? I know we have to be
It's a
careful
public meeting.
with
As
quorum.
long as we don't have any more than 4 board members on this.
Because, well, I'll leave it at that, because some of the comments that were appalling, that was coming from their consultants.
Correct.
They were false, they were incorrect, and they were
Unchallenged.
shameless, actually. So be that as it may, but if we could be in attendance representing, it would be helpful.
I think your historical knowledge would be helpful as well.
Oh, I just got pissed off, Dave Hesper, for saying that Delsea vigorously resisted. Delsea 2-3 times had brought it forward. So I'd like to have a conversation. And Henry Berman too.
Yeah.
And do you know what his role is?
He's a consultant.
Why is he at the board? Is he a paid
That's what
consultant
they
at
choose
the
to
board
put
seat?
in.
No, yeah, he's a paid consultant. He does not have a vote. He's just a paid consultant.
I'd like to be, yeah, I would appreciate it.
I'll send you the time. Yes.
Thank you. Anybody else? Citizens? Any citizens would like to be heard at this time? Come on up, you shall be heard.
Hi, Cindy Mertz from the Sentinel. Thank you, Mr. Briley, for your comments regarding the Newfield situation. There is a I guess, social media page dedicated, and some of the things that I had seen through their video was, just as you said, there wasn't any truth in a lot of what was being said by their professionals, and it was upsetting. So I'm glad to see, you said it was August 14th, do you have a time? Is it around 7? And probably at the same place, would it be at Egerton?
Yeah, I believe it's 6:30.
6:30?
That's why I have 6:30 in their little town
And
hall.
for the record, the last time, they even said that we were notified. As the newspaper, we were not notified.
Yeah.
And they have a habit of doing that, where they change their dates and then we're not even notified. But yet they say that we are, and we're not. So I just
Cindy,
wanted-
it's located in that little town hall.
Yeah, oh, they're gonna be having it at their town hall. But didn't they have the last time at the Egerton and given them?
Yes.
The okay. But see, that's the kind of stuff they do, is you'll go there and then they'll move it around.
Yeah.
So they have done that, but we weren't notified either of that last meeting.
So that's the next scheduled meeting. If they throw something between, they won't alert us.
Right.
They do, when he says they post it in-house in that little building.
They just put a note on the door.
Yeah, so we don't, I don't get information
And
about
that
that.
doesn't mean, and as, Vito Gagliardi has been doing these feasibility studies for years. I mean, I've covered 20 years of school board meetings. He's been, the coach there for everything, and he knows better. You have to still notice the public. And it should be now with everything. It should be on everybody's site that they're having a meeting so that the people can be informed where their children are going. But I'm glad, Frank, you would be wonderful there. You have all that knowledge, and it'll be to our benefit, I'm sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but I think we have to speak as a board, as
Absolutely.
individuals. I think that we have to be cautious in that respect.
Yes.
I wouldn't want my words or anybody else's words to hold the entire board or the community responsible for that. But it would be nice to have familiar faces there, so.
I'm hoping to be
If
there too.
I go, would that be too many people?
You can't have more than 4.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Decide maybe tonight.
I was gonna say
who would
3,
like
yeah.
to
I would
attend.
say I would go.
Okay, at 4.
So if somebody else wants to
I'll
go-
stay on.
No, you're going.
You're number 4.
Number 1.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, 'cause I can.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do
Yeah, if I could have one more thing.
Sure.
I hate to go long, it really, it's not my fault. I know it's lengthy, but the last regionalization study that we did here would be maybe helpful, either a summary or share some of those pages with the members of the committee attendants, or the entire board. So, because there's some older faces that we've been around, not that, but some of the
newer
newer
faces.
faces, yes, would maybe have a basis
Right.
to
Yes.
either ask a question or to be aware of.
Were they, did Nick, when he did the one for Franklin, was that Newfield included in that one?
At the time, I want to say no. The last time they tried, when Franklin took over,
Yeah.
I want to,
Well, I
I'm
think-
not 100% sure.
I think they were all included
Newfield was included?
because of the relationship,
Oh,
because it's constituent district relationship with Elk, and because of the setting with Newfield, it was all, maybe not directly in their plan, but it was all included as far as the study.
I couldn't remember if Newfield was at UNet at that time when
No.
that study was done, or if they were back here.
See, when they talk about dollars and cents, that sticks in my craw too, because years ago, when they first petitioned Delsea to be part of, from unit to here, and the Franklin also, we struck a deal that they could refute, because we were in charge of the normal tuition rate. I could probably got in trouble at that time.
we did eventually.
Yeah.
We did eventually.
But it was,
Right.
at that time, it was,
Excuse me, Mr. I understand, they're the ones that changed it.
yes.
Yes.
Well, but we, because it was benefit to them, and it was, I think at that time, there were 7 children per grade level that were coming into the district. We didn't have to buy any new books,
No.
there were no new teachers, nothing new. It was a win-win for both sides, so we gave the best deal we could, but it was appropriate for the taxpayers of Franklin and Elk, and now, for some reason, they have short-term memories of the money they saved way back when, and they're talking about monies now. So, and Henry Berman was the BA at that time, so we have some history that we can discuss.
If I can add on to that, Mr. Burley, what had happened is, and it happened, I remember talking to you specifically about it, one, their VA at the time had questioned that contract and did not like that answer, and contacted county VA and made us charge them the certified rate, which was significantly
I
higher.
was during the fall.
Well, yeah,
I know, and I know it was too, but I mean, that's not important.
yeah, it's made a phone call to the county office and said they're not charging the proper rate.
This will get us in trouble.
Yeah.
And you spend more money.
Right. Quite a bit more.
Good decision.
Bill, with your history, if you
Yeah, I was
think
thinking.
it's more beneficial for you to attend, I'll step
I
aside.
can step aside.
I
You
would
guys
step
have a
aside too,
history.
because it makes-
Yeah.
You have a history.
You seem to know somebody that did
You
that.
have a history of
Yeah.
what went on.
Yeah.
I say, you have a history of what went on. If it's more beneficial for you to attend the meeting,
Yes.
I'll step
Yeah.
aside.
We can coordinate amongst the board
Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
Let's work on it, coordinate.
Well, I think you guys got it covered.
Who can make a motion?
Just know that when I get aggravated, I have to speak. Just know, you won't be able to keep me in my seat if they say something wrong.
Any more citizens? Okay, close the citizens part up. Okay, I'd like to have a motion to go into executive session, please.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? Ayes have it. Take a 10-minute break.